You can be surrounded by people, in crowded cafes, on busy streets, even at family dinners, and feel completely invisible. Emma moved from Adelaide to Sydney for her dream tech job. On paper it was perfect. Friends, co-workers, a big city buzz. In reality, she spent her first nights in a tiny studio, staring at blank walls, haunted by memories of childhood where no one listened, no one hugged. She wanted to talk about her fears, her doubts, her quiet panic over everything feels too big, but everyone else just talked about sports scores or weekend plans. The conversation felt safe, shallow, meaningless. She tried joining after-work drinks, but her anxiety ballooned with every
"Hey, how was your weekend?"
And she slipped out early, alone in the dark streets, thinking maybe everyone else just knows how to belong, and she never will. Every night she opens a bottle of wine, not for fun, but to quiet the endless echo of being unseen, and to forget all good things that never happened to her, and probably never will. When she was 15, her mom's boyfriend walked into her room in the middle of the night while she was asleep. She remembers the smell of alcohol, the weight of someone who wasn't supposed to be there, the shock of waking up and not understanding what was happening. The next day she told her mom. Her mom didn't scream, didn't leave, didn't protect her. She just said, "You must have misunderstood." So now, years later, when people ask her why she's so quiet, this is why. Because once you learn that your safety can disappear in your own bedroom, small talk about weekend plans feels absurd. Michael, 32, born in Melbourne, lives in a share house with 3 other men. The house is loud, chaotic, full of people laughing, shouting, moving through life like it's easy. But yet he eats alone. On weekends, he drinks alone, staring at walls that feel closer than friends. He's tried chatting, tried joining conversations about football or TV shows. But he can't open his heart without fear. He'd learned the hard way. Most people aren't ready to meet who's real. You can call this self-medication. Alcohol doesn't fix the pain, but it numbs it enough to survive another day. Even when surrounded by noise, Michael feels he's living in a different world than everyone else. Sophia, 28 years old, moved from Brazil to Brisbane for her studies. She expected adventure, friendships, late-night talks. Instead, she found apartments with broken heaters, noisy neighbors, landlords who disappeared for weeks, and social gatherings where she laughed but felt hollow. She often drinks alone, not to escape Australia, but to escape the silence inside herself. She missed birthdays, calls her family late at night when she can't sleep, but they don't notice the cracks. Even within her own home, the loneliness can feel sharper than the winter air slipping through faulty windows. Solitary drinking isn't just a habit here, it's a symptom. A way to survive a society that values busy schedules over real connection. Liam, 27, works nights at a supermarket. His family lives in another city. He goes to social events, dating apps, community meetups. All of this feels shallow. People talk about football, Netflix shows, weekend trips, but no one asks about fears, regrets, past scars. Weekends are the hardest. He drives with no destination, scrolls endlessly, watching other people live lives he can't touch. He tried opening up to family, only to find they are living in parallel realities, pretending all is fine while he struggles silently. Liam doesn't think of himself as lonely. He tells himself he's just tired, just busy, just not lucky with people. But there are nights when he sits on the edge of his bed with a six-pack on the floor and realizes he hasn't had a real conversation in weeks. Not a single one. Not one when someone asked him what scares him. Not one when he answered honestly. He once tried to tell his older brother he wasn't okay. His brother laughed it off and said, "Mate, everyone is stressed. You'll be fine." That was the end of the conversation. Since then, Liam sticks to safe topics, because every time he's hinted at something deeper, the room went quiet or someone changed the subject. Immigrants navigating cultural barriers, lifelong Australians estranged from family, young professionals battling social anxiety. Loneliness often goes unseen. People drink alone, retreat to private worlds, slowly shrinking inside themselves. Even in a house full of family, someone can feel like they're floating, unnoticed and unheard. The small gestures, a friend remembering your birthday, a neighbor saying hi, can feel like lifelines. Yet the long stretches of silence, masked behind smiles, eat at people from inside. Loneliness is quiet but relentless. It lives inside wounds that grow if ignored. Check on your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors. If you're watching this and feel the weight of isolation creeping in, you're not invisible, you're not alone. Share your story in the comments. Let's start talking about the loneliness nobody talks about before it becomes another silent epidemic.